Hey there, I'm Ellen with EllenErcolini.com. I'm a business coach and money making expert, and this is my new series, Are You Leaving Money on the Table? It's designed for creative business owners and online business owners to see and think about where they're leaving money on the table and what they can start doing about it. I think this is huge. I see so many amazing, inspiring, powerful businesses that are missing opportunities to make more money for themselves and to go even bigger than they already are. So my first case study today is Social Susie Designs. So let's hop over to her site and let's take a look at where she's leaving money on the table. Okay, so we're here looking at socialsusiedesigns.com, and the first thing when we started chatting together, I was asking her how her opt-in Get Your Free Guide 5 Days to the Brand You Crave is doing. How many people does she connect with on a monthly basis? Is that growing, or is it sort of lip service to saying, yeah, I have an opt-in, but maybe it's not working for her as much as it could be. And she basically said, I'd love to update that and create something really, really valuable for my people. And I was like, great, who are your people? And she stuttered and she sputtered and she didn't really know. She feels like she works with, online business owners for the most part, but that was about as far as she was able to go in terms of identifying them. And she's like, oh, I have to pick a niche, but I just don't know. Everyone says I should, commit to yoga teachers, but I don't really want to do just working with yoga teachers. And I was like, well, who do you work with right now, and who do you like working with? And she rattled off just the coolest list of really interesting, deeply creative people. And I was like, well, I think you just made your answer, because her people are mediums, they are writers, they are artists, they are jewelry designers, they're wellness professionals, they're coaches, they're beauty salons, they're fitness pros, and there's even one gifting specialist in the mix. And to me, the creative through line to all that isn't their job titles, but it's the fact that these are deeply, deeply creative, unconventional types who need a really custom website to showcase their work in a really amazing way. And Susie, you could hear her have this like, aha moment as we were talking about that. So her homework is to actually claim who her people are and to not get freaked out about having to pick an industry, but more the actual people that she loves to work with. And she loves to work custom, which I think is amazing, especially if you're super creative. You want a web designer who can get really custom with you. So the next place where it looks like Susie is leaving some money on the table is her About page, which she, sort of self-identified and self-confessed as, she's not a writer, she doesn't like to write, she's a designer, she likes to code and make things beautiful. This is something she just produced and threw up on her website, and it's fine. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing. And where I stand is that an About page is essentially kind of a different type of sales page. It's one that really sells and showcases why you are the absolute perfect person to be doing the work you're doing with your target audience, with your people. It needs to be something that really helps people understand who you are in your life experience and your professional experience as it relates to their problems. And this is something that I see so rampant, especially in the online service-based communities, and even, graphic design. That's a service that you're selling, and a service, it's very tied to who you are, right? We've all worked with people that have been great fits, and we've all worked with people that haven't been as good of a fit. And some of that you can suss out in the About page, and maybe would have made different choices if we had known different things about people. So I see this as such a problem that I actually offer all of my clients that work with me for my premium offerings. They get About pages as part of the package of working with me. I've partnered with a very talented screenwriter, I'm staring at the screen, copywriter to do this work. And it's amazing because I know that the About page is one of the most important pages on your website in terms of actually selling your product or service. And I think it's something that's really overlooked. So thank you, Susie, for having this. It's okay. It's okay. And we want it to be stunning and clear why you are the exact right person to build these deeply creative websites for these really creative people. The last piece that I want to talk about is your contact and how to hire you. The more complicated you make it for people to hire you, the less people are going to. And it looks like, looking at your site here, that at the end of your services page, if people are totally in, it's like, yes, let's do this, they essentially get rerouted to your contact page. And then they have to enter a huge amount of information to get essentially a preliminary consult. And what Susie mentioned to me on the phone is that some people fill out this form and it's sort of automatically not a fit because they want to start working tomorrow, and she is booked through December. So we talked about a lot of ways where she could synthesize this process and streamline it so that people have an easier, less action oriented, they still have to sign up, but maybe don't fill out this entire mini essays here for you to get on her calendar and to schedule their consult with her. And then either before that consult or afterwards, if it's a fit, she creates some sort of survey to learn a lot more about people's businesses once it's clear they're going to work together. Because I can imagine that if I fill out all this information and then I get a note back from Susie or her assistant saying it's not a fit right now due to calendaring, I'm going to feel a little maybe bent out of shape about that. So just coming up with a slightly different way that also asks less of your clients to get them talking to you. Because I have to say, talking to Susie, she's incredible. She's passionate, she's fun, she's very, very smart. She knows what she's about. If you look in her portfolio, it's stunning. But if you're on her site, it's not super clear that that is the next step to working with her, and it's certainly not repeated enough to really be driving people to connect with her. So I do think, Susie, that is where you are also leaving money on the table. So thank you so much to Social Susie for being the case study for Are You Leaving Money on the Table? Again, my name is Ellen, business coach and money-making expert. And I work over at ellenercolini.com. And if you are curious about my services, if you want to know what I would think or suggest for your business, for where you're leaving money on the table, and you want some one-on-one masterminding, consulting, coaching, strategizing that comes with copywriting and PR expertise, then hit me up. Schedule a power session. It's the easiest and quickest way to see what's possible when we work together. And I absolutely love connecting with people. It's really fun. We work, most of us are on the internet. A lot of us are by ourselves in our homes. And it's just wonderful to connect. So if you're curious about what's possible working with me, hop on over to ellenercolini.com and schedule your power session. Looking forward to that. And thank you again to dear Susie for being our tester here. This was incredible. I really appreciate all y'all for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.